Hello everyone. Now let us discuss arrest and detention. Section 55 to 59 and Rule 37 to 40 of Order 21 of CPC lay down the special provisions governing arrest and detention of persons in execution of a decree and the circumstances in which they may be released. I have simplified the sections and the rules into the following points. Number 1. The judgment debtor can be arrested in execution of decree at any hour and on any day. Secondly, women cannot be arrested or detained in civil prison in execution of decree for payment of money. Third, the judgment debtor must be brought before court as soon as practicable and thereafter detained in civil prison. Fourthly, no arrest or no entering a dwelling house after sunset or before sunrise. Fifth point, the outer doors of a dwelling house cannot be broken unless the house is in the occupancy of the judgment debtor and he refuses or in any way prevents access thereto. Also, if the officer is already in such a house, he can break open the door of any room in which he believes the judgment debtor is to be found. Also, in that point, if a room is in the actual occupancy of a woman, not being the judgment debtor, who is not allowed by custom to appear in public, like say Pardanation lady, then the officer will first give her notice to withdraw, then he can enter the room which he desires to find the judgment debtor. Sixth point, if the decree is for the payment of money and the judgment debtor pays the amount and the costs incurred, then the arresting officer is bound to release him. Seventh point, when the judgment debtor is arrested and brought before the court must inform him that he may apply to be declared insolvent. Then he may be discharged if he follows the application in good faith. Therefore, judgment debtor agrees and applies to be declared insolvent and furnishes securities. When he furnishes securities, then the court may release him. But if he fails to comply or does not appear whenever required, then the court may direct the security to be released or commit him to civil prison. Eighth point says about decree for payment of a sum and what is the limit of committing to civil prison. If the payment of a sum exceeds rupees 5,000, then he will not be committed to civil prison more than 3 months. That is maximum 3 months imprisonment. If the decree for payment of a sum is rupees 2,000 above and below rupees 5,000, then the limit is maximum 6 weeks. And if the decree for payment of a sum is less than rupees 2,000, then there is no detention. Point 9 deals with premature release, that is releasing before the expiry of the period of retention. The following points are: on making payment of amount mentioned in the arrest warrant to the OIC, that is officer in charge, when the decree is otherwise fully satisfied, and on the request of the decree holder to release him, or on omission by the decree holder to submit subsistence allowance. So what is subsistence allowance? State government may fix scales graduated according to rank, race and nationality of monthly allowances payable for the subsistence of judgment debtors. No arrest of judgment debtor in execution of decree unless and until the decree holder pays into the court such sum as the judge thinks sufficient for the subsistence of judgment debtor from time of his arrest until brought before the court. When the judgment debtor is released prematurely, that does not mean that he is discharged from the debt. He is not liable for rearrest but is liable to pay the debt. The last point, he also can be released by the state government on ground of existence of any infectious disease. Also, he can be released by any subordinate or committing court on the ground of existence of any contagious disease. So this is all about arrest and detention under CPC. Hope you all will like it. Thank you.